Hey Soma fans, so this is going to be a quick start guide to brand new players, people who've never played the Myth of Soma before, or for people who haven't played it in a while and just kind of want a recap of what to do, the basics. So this is just going to be a part one of this, of how to start your character, what you need to do kind of for the first few hours in the game, and things like that, just to kind of give you the grips of the game. So once you've logged in and you've made your account, you'll come to this screen here. You can choose Human or Devil World. Obviously, I have a play with both, but I'm going to show you how to do a human character because that's kind of what I play all the time. So you click Human Character, you type in your name, and you can call it whatever you want. So my fans it out, won't it? And then you get 3 points to choose what you want to put it on. I highly recommend putting it on 2 on Constitution, and you can put 1 on Intelligence because then you get healing spell. It's just a little bit easier for you at the beginning part of the game. So I would put 1 on Intelligence, 2 on Constitution, and you can change your male, gender, male, female, hair colour, and all that cool things here. So I always like the blue hair colour, skin colour, we'll keep it that, and I like to be a male. So once you've done that, you can click OK. And then this is your character selection. So if you did have multiple characters, just turn it like that, and you can choose your one, click OK, and you'll log into the game. So this help menu here, you can have a read of these things as well, of how to move, methods of attacking, but I'm going to show you all these basic things in this video as well. But feel free to have a glance at them as well. This little book on the right is your quests. So if you right click it, it'll say, and you click available, these are the quests you can do. Now, the quests you don't have to do at the beginning, but if you want, some items and some bar and things like that, you can do, but I would recommend just asking players for some bar and some items when you start off, because there's always plenty of players around. So this is your character in the middle of the screen, and you can move around just by clicking your mouse, left click, and it'll move here. So again, like I said, all these people here are characters, the guys with the names above their head. So this is Matthew, and he's in Dragon Ball Guild. And so obviously the name is the bottom one, the top one is the guild. So the first thing is how to move a little bit quicker. So you notice this purple one is stamina at the bottom, and if you press control, you can then run around, and your stamina will wear down pretty quick when you're a low level. So every step you take is 1 stamina off. If you press control and just go back to normal, so you see this goes, that's running and that's walking. It will regenerate. So once you stand still and you walk and this is not on the light, it'll regenerate pretty quick as well. The higher level you go, you'll have pretty much unlimited of this, and it goes to like 600-700 when you're at a higher level. So you can pretty much run around forever with this. The second one is your bag weight. So at the moment I've got nothing on my bag weight, which I thought I actually would have actually. These must weigh nothing, all these new things, but every time you pick up an item, it weighs a certain amount, so that's your weight. And then this is your experience. So notice you got experience and rested. Rested experience you'll get when you log off in town or when you're standing in town. When you're standing in town, it's a lot slower, but when you log off, you log back in again, you'll have more rested. So if you're a casual player, you only play an hour a day or so, rested experience is a massive help because it's twice as quick to level with rested. So you notice that it went to 30% then because I'm stood in town. So that's them bars here. All these here, this is your potions and your spells. So if you press, I like to use a shortcut. So F10 is your inventory, and you can bring your pots down to here like this. Just drag them, and this is F1, F2, F3, and F4. So if I press F1 now, it would use a pot and I'd flash red. If I press F2 now, I'd use a blue pot, and that's my mana. So coming to that, it's HP on the left and MP on the right. So obviously the higher your level, the more this will go up as well. These ones here, so this will be F5 to F8. These are your spells. At the moment, I've actually got no spells. I'm probably going to get a spell in this video, so bear with me and then I can show you that at a later date. This is a level you're at, and this is your moral. Okay. If you press F9, let's press an F8. Press F9. This is your you can see all your strength and your intelligence, your dex, and all that stuff as well. So this is, pretty self-explanatory, really, what all this is. Your armor, your weapon, your potion, access, and cooking, these are all crafting skills. So I wouldn't worry about them until later on in the game. I've actually done another video on that as well, which if you search my YouTube channel. Black, blue, and black mage. So everyone will be a blue mage, and you got to choose either white or black. Black is more kind of defensive skills. White is more kind of attacking skills that you're finding. You get 10 more defense and 10 more attack depending on which one you choose. So you got the 6 weapons here as well. You got your sword, your spear, your knuckle, your club, your bow, and your staff. And I'm going to show you as I start leveling in a minute. I highly recommend using bow first, because bow will give you the highest dexterity, and you want to try and get your dex as high as you can, as early as you can, even if you're going to be a mage, because you want to get your dex up so you basically don't get hit all the time. You can build your character however you want to, but I would recommend doing dex first with bow. And changing your weapons, you can do them later on in the game. I think it takes about 30 hours to completely change a weapon up to a very high skill, so roughly something like that. You'll do it in a couple of days if you really hammer it, basically. So don't worry, you're not stuck with that weapon forever, you can change it. Okay, so how to hit things. If you notice here it says battle mode. If you press tab, that will put you into your fighting stance, like Bruce Lee. There is a PK mode, so this does go red after, I think it's level 15, and you can then start killing other players who are around your level. But again, I wouldn't worry about that just yet. So if I wanted to punch this brick here, I wanted to kill it, I just left click on it, and it auto attacks, so you don't have to press anything now. Once you're locked on, and I will start punching this brick. So punching is important. So notice it says constitution has increased there. Okay, let me explain this to you now, because this is what confuses a few people. The constitution is basically what dictates how much HP and MP you're going to have when you level up and later on in the game. So it's in your interest to get this as high as you can, but you don't need to do it first. The maximum level is 30 for con. I would recommend getting it to around 18 to start off with, but you don't want to be hitting these bricks because you'll waste a lot of experience on them. What you want to find is people that are doing this. So you notice it says vampires. These will either be called vampires or birthday bugs. There'll be monsters in the town where you can literally just punch, and people don't really mind, especially if you're low level. So if I started punching this here, all these guys are just hitting it, and I'm going to gain constitution. Like, there you go, constitution up. And these last for ages. These have got loads of HP. Okay, so I'd recommend punching these until you've got about 18 con, if you want to do that at the beginning. If not, it doesn't matter. So that's how you do your con. And again, once it's after 18, you can do it at a later day. You can do it at a higher level. But get it to 18 and then at least you'll have some decent HP. Okay, this guy over here, this is a blacksmith. So he's going to sell you your beginner weapons. So if you click buy and sell, and notice we've got the training bows and the short bows. You've got all the weapons here, but again, I would highly recommend doing a bit of bow first. Bow gives the best dex stats as well. So each weapon will give you slightly different statistics. But to get the best kind of melee, if you want to use a weapon for your fighting, you'd want to do bow and axe. These will give you the best stats, okay? You can change to sword or spear or anything like that later on in the game, or the knuckle, but I would highly recommend using the bow. So I'm going to get a training bow. I'm probably going to buy, can I buy a short bow? I can buy a short bow. I'm going to buy these as well because I'm going to start leveling with these. So that's a blacksmith. You can go to him to repair things as well, which I didn't show you. I'll just show you quickly. So if you wanted to repair any items, you could click repair. You would drag the item to there, click repair, and it will repair it for you for a fee. Talking about fees, you have bars. So notice here, this is basically the in-game currency. I've got 343 bars left. But again, I would highly recommend asking somebody politely to lend you some bars, because the top players literally have millions and millions and millions of bars. So if I wanted some, you could ask any of these guys there, please can you lend me, I don't know, 10,000 bars will last you quite a while at the beginning of the game. So I'm going to show you where you get more potions from. Oh, this is your warehouse, by the way. There's 3 warehouse keepers. There's one to the right as well, where we were then. Click this guy here. This is your warehouse. If I want to stash this item in there, I will stash it, and it will be there for forever. It's safe, the warehouse. Things will never go kind of missing from there. Okay, this lady here, this is the Regent vendor. So if you wanted to buy more potions, you would click on her, and she sells all the potions, she sells the town portals, all sorts of cool things here. So if you wanted to buy more potions, you would click buy. How many you want to buy? I want to buy 5 more, and click OK. So that's basically the town now. And there's obviously other NPCs in town, so feel free to explore them. In fact, there's one more I'll just show you before we venture out. It is the Guild Master. So guilds are a big part of this game. The 2 biggest guilds in the game are Dark Legacy and Vikings in the human world. But they're more of a kind of end guild game. There's lots of other guilds in the game that will help you level up. So if you wanted to apply to any guilds, click apply to guild, and there's a lot on there to scroll down and you can see kind of what the crack is. Okay, so let's go fighting and leveling up. So if you click Control M here, this will bring up the map. So we want to fight kind of this area here at the very first beginning of the level. And again, this isn't going to be a guide to make the most perfect character in the world. This is just getting people started basics, leveling up. And there is strategies you can put in place to make characters that at the very end game have a slightly, maybe a kind of a 0.5% better dex than other characters and things. But that's a lot of work for not a lot in return, in my opinion. So for new players, you want to have a bit of fun, you want to level up. So If you venture out here now, so it's quite a big map, you know, you see I've ran kind of from there to there. And feel free to venture around and try and kill some things, but you want to kill some easy mobs. So to equip your weapon, we want to use this training bow. So you right click it and it'll equip. So I want to kill this giant spider whelp. So if you left click, that'll lock onto the spider whelp. So boom, that was a level up then. That little flashing kind of thing around my feet. And yes, at the beginning of the game, like any MMO that you play, it's a little bit, you haven't got really any skills, you've got very slow weapons, and it's a little bit kind of, you know, you've got to grind a little bit just to get yourself going for a couple of hours. But again, that's the same with any other game you see. But you do get the hang of it once you've killed a few things. So again, I'm just killing these things now. You see the top left-hand corner? This is my kind of skill that's going up. So my bow skills have been increasing. If you press F9, you'll see that I've got 0.5 bow skill now, or 0.6. And I'll start getting some dexterity soon as well. Maybe need to kill something a little bit harder than these. So these are really easy to kill, these wolves. Okay, so my dexterity increase. I've got 10.1 dexterity now. And it seems a little slow at the beginning, but it does actually speed up, I found statistics, as you get to kind of a good level in mobs. What's this guy do? Oh yes, I think. Okay, so this guy here, you can learn a spell if you only have 10 int, but you need 3,000 bars. It says here. So if you choose to put all your statistics on Constitution or something else, you can come and get a little spell from this guy here. So this guy's on the map here, just in case you wanted to know that. We all want to get spells from the Magic Lady after this. So this Leocrot is a slightly harder monster, and if you want to search these monsters, if you go into the armory on the website, you can search any of these monsters, see how much strength they've got, see how much HP they've got. So if you're unsure, you just have to go to the website and have a quick look. But Leocrots are better. So see, I got a lot better stats off the Leocrot there. So I've got 0.2 dex and 0.2 strength off 1. So you can see the higher monsters you kill, you do get a slightly better stats. So I'm just going to kill this dude as well. And every time you hit, your dexterity is basically, it's like rolling a dice if you're going to hit or miss the mob. The higher dexterity, obviously, the higher chance you've got of hitting it. So this is, the really basics. You need to do this for a little while. And he's noticed here, I'm nearly dead, so I want to use some potions. If I press F1, that'll bring my HP back up. So again, you can run around for a little while now, killing some Leocrots. Red Leocrots are slightly harder, so I should get even better stats off this dude. So let's kill this dude while we're at it. So notice that it's harder to kill these guys. Well, you miss more, and obviously their strength is a bit higher. So if you look at my statistics now, so I've got 10.5 strength now, 10.6. I'm going to have to use a few pots to kill this guy. My bow skill's at 1.7, 1.8. So it's going up nicely. And again, this is just the very beginning. So you want to do this for a little while, and I'm going to show you in a second where you would go at around kind of 20-ish strength and dex. So I'm going to pause the video now. I'm just going to actually run back into town, and I'll see you there. Okay, on my way back into town, I forgot to mention this NPC here. So this is an armor vendor. So he's just in the town at this area here. So if you click him, click buy and sell armors, and you can see you can start to buy leather armor, which you need 16 strength for. Obviously, it costs a little bit of bars, but by then you probably either got some off someone in the town, or you've hunted enough mobs and sold some of the items that they drop to get you a few bar. So once you can wear these, I would highly recommend getting the armor. The armor it does help massively. So get that armor when you can. Okay guys, so again, I forgot to, it's the first time I've actually made a new character in a while, so they got the magic train up here as well, so she's just north of the pot lady. So if you want to get a healing spell, you need to click this lady, click to blue magic, healing magic, and yes, I will learn it. So now I will teach you healing magic. Okay, so if we go to our spells, which is F11, and these are all your spells, I think, where is it? Here we go. Okay, so this is your spell. So if you want to drag your spell onto here, this is F5, F6, F7, and F8. I think these are your auras, and these are your, what you call them, crafting kind of spells and things like that. So if I was low health, you can either use your pots, or you can start to heal. So if I just got this vampire kind of hit me a couple of times, just so my health's a little bit lower. And they do quite a bit of damage when you're a low level, these as well, so... You can also do bow skill on these if you ever want to get your bow skill up. It's pretty quick. So okay, I've got a little bit less health. I'm just going to run away so it don't kill me. So to heal up, and this is really handy when you're leveling, you need to take your weapon off unless you're using a staff. Click the spell and then just hold right click and you'll heal up. So which obviously uses your MP. But if you take a few MP potions as well, you'll be fine. This MP does go back up quite quick. And that's a way to heal up. So really simple, really easy. Heal yourself up once you're hunting. So once your health's a little bit low, use that. So that's how to get your healing spell. Okay, so just to give you a bit of an idea of where you can hunt and stuff. And again, this game is about having fun. So when you're learning, I want you to try to explore the map a little bit. So again, if we bring the control arm up, we were over here before, and you can kill the Leocrots, the red Leocrots, and you can do pretty well there. You can probably get up to kind of 15-ish strength there, pretty easy with the bow. This part on the left here is a graveyard. There's kind of mummies and things like that there. They're really good to level on as well. But this bit here is pretty good because there's a lot of monsters in a very dense kind of area. And you've got the orcs and you've got the tigers. So I recommend kind of leveling up around here. So let's just go and have a look. And I'm not going to hit any because I'm way too low. But if you see these Savannah tigers, these are really good to level on once you kind of hit that 16 strength and you can use that new armor and stuff. And they've got the Orcish infantry. Now, Orcish infantry are aggressive, so they will come after you without you hitting them. And they hit hard, pretty hard. So you got to be a little bit of a high level for them. But once you've got some good armor and your strength and your dexterity is up a little bit, you'll find these a lot easier to do. So again, there's not really a set number you need to stay on these till, but just... we're kind of around 20-25 strength is kind of where you want to be here. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but once you've kind of done that, you are pretty much done with this area here. And I'm just going to show you the next area where you want to go to. So again, that's this area here just below the time. So you need to run out either to the left or to the right. All this area here, once you've gone and got your first set of armor and you're using your second weapon, which would be the short bow, which I can't use yet. Okay, Soma fans, that'll probably do for part 1 because that should hopefully be enough to get people going in the game. And I just want to mention this area here in town is kind of where everyone hangs out and logs in and has chats and things like that. And obviously this is, when I'm recording this, is a daytime, so it's quite quiet at the moment. So obviously in peak times there's a lot busier. So if you got any questions, I would send around here and just, if you just type anything like that, hey, and it'll go above your head. Can I have some bar, please? I don't think anyone's going to answer because I think they're all away from keyboard. But, that's how you type. You just type it in, press return, and there you go. So hopefully that will get you started and get you enjoying the Mythosoma, because this game is a fantastic game once you really get into it. And what I like about it most is that, all these people are real people like in any other MMO, and the guilds are great. Once you get into a good guild and you get a good kind of group of friends, and obviously I'm in the Vikings guild and we have, a good WhatsApp group and Discord channels, and we're always talking on the voice on Discord and things like that. It's great fun. It's not a lonely game, this. So hopefully you enjoy the Mythosoma. Hopefully this will get you going. If you've got any questions in game, it's at Matty. And I'll happily help you with anything Soma related. As for now, enjoy.